Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today's the return of Xenosaga. This is Xenosaga episode 3. We've got To Believe in Something from the channel Max G. And then after that we have Testament. Both, I believe, are from Yuki Kajiura. This is from the channel Yuki Kajiura. Requested by G-Dog and Manon. I'm not sure how much Xenosaga I've heard. I've heard a little bit here and there. But from what I recall, it's like very, at least the ones I've heard, very vocal heavy and kind of ballady. So we'll see if there's going to be any more of that. I have no context on these. Gotta Believe in Something. Xenosaga episode 3. This is way different now. This might actually be gameplay here. I like you can hear the sci-fi in there. Ooh. Oh, that's catchy. Dun, 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 dun. Oh man, that's gonna get stuck in my head. Reminded me of Nier for a second. Even though Nier came way after. Maybe Okatar was a huge Xenosaga fan. Dun, 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 dun. Is that Cosmos? Every time I see the red eyes, I just think of Cosmos now. Oh, this is an interesting song. It's like really mellow musically, but the strings make it really intense. And that flute in the background is like, it almost seems lost, like it shouldn't be there. Not in a bad way, just... This is really good. Reminding me of Nier Automata is not a bad thing, because that's one of my favorite soundtracks. And there's a song in Nier Automata that sounds kind of like this, which is my favorite song in that game, so... Actually, yeah, it is reminding me of it a lot. That flute is so intriguing. It's like playing a different song. It just happens to be in here, you know? Oh man, okay. I am intrigued. Does it say? Doesn't say, it just tells me the composer. Yuki Kajiura. Okay. This happens every time, but unless it's Xenoblade, it happens every time. When it comes to Xenogears and Xenosaga, and I think there's another Xeno, isn't there? I think there was another one. I'll look it up in the meantime. When it comes to these games, I always confuse which one is which. Here, let me just do this right now. Xeno. Isn't there another Xeno game? Xenogears, Xenosaga. I know there is one. It's like the tip of my tongue. Hold on, I'm looking through my... Damn, I've heard a lot of songs with Xeno in the title. I guess it was Xenosaga. Huh. Damn, dude. The first time I heard Xenosaga was in 2022. March 2022. Godsib. Same requester. Okay. What I was gonna say though is every time I've heard Xenosaga, which let me see how many times I've heard Xenosaga in general. 6 times. 6 times, really? Yeah, Xenosaga 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 2. From what I remember, like Kokoro, I think, yeah, and Godsib and Promise Pain, I think those were all like ballads. I could be way off, to be honest, but it's just like the first thing that comes to mind. I'm like, I think there were like soft songs, like almost credit-like songs where it's meant to evoke all these emotions. I'm sure, obviously, the game has way more than that. It's just the first thing that comes to mind because I think that was my first initial reaction to them. So I haven't heard much, but okay, let me rephrase this. I haven't heard much of the musical prowess of the Xenosaga games, like the bulk OST, still to this day, right? For those that don't know, I'm still not entirely positive if Xenoblade is connected, although at this point I'm assuming it is because, well, I don't want to spoil, but let's just say there's some kind of character crossover. But in case you didn't know, I did start playing the Xenoblade series because of the music, so I'm a little kind of in that world, to put it lightly. And this character looks familiar. Anyways, I haven't heard much of the like actual music. I don't know, that sounds kind of weird, but when I hear like ballad and vocal heavy stuff, like it sounds always like very emotional. Like you have to have context, obviously. So hearing that stuff is great. It's just I feel more lost than usual because I feel like in a way like I shouldn't be hearing this right now. Like, I haven't progressed through the story where I feel the most emotions come through. Anyways, this reminds me of another game that I decided to play because of its music, and that was Nier Automata. So in this one video, which we still have another song, in this one video, this reminded me of 2 games that I played on this channel because of its music. And in Nier Automata, my favorite song in that game is Dark Colossus Kaiju. It's the boss fight. Not only is it my favorite song in Nier, both Niers. It's one of my favorite video game songs ever. This reminded me of that. So take that how you will. The stabs, the vocals, they're pretty similar. And it kind of makes you think, I'm not sure when Xenosaga came around. I'm guessing sometime in the 2000s, 90s, something like that. It's not totally impossible that, it could have influenced stuff like Nier, right? It's totally possible. I'm just using Nier as an example. Like, think about it. Maybe Yoko Taro was around that age playing Xenosaga. Maybe he was a teenager at this time. And you can kind of see some of the similarities with like the mech suits and stuff, So it's like, it's not totally impossible. Anywho, just makes you think, right? That was really, really good. We've got to believe in something. That's a really nice title. I'm a big fan of song titles, especially when it's just like, what do they mean by that? I don't know what's happening here. I don't know if this game is like a traditional turn-based or if it's action-adventure or both. I don't know. I know Xenoblade is an action-adventure thing, but yeah. I've never heard this side. To my knowledge, I haven't really heard this side of the music, and it's really, really nice. So basically, I'm saying I can't wait to hear more. I don't know how many other requests I have. Let me just check now before I forget. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just search Xenosaga in general. How many are there, by the way? How many episodes are there? Oh, I have a lot of Xenosaga requests. I have 18. Okay, I have episode 1. Okay, here. I never do this, but just for the fans of the Xenosaga saga, I will list off every request I have. Which again I don't do, but I don't know, just felt like doing it. We have Nephilim from episode 1. Presentiment Junior number 3 from episode 2. Fatal Fight from Xenosaga. Hepatica, in parentheses it says Cosmos. Actually, that was requested twice for some reason. Labyrinthos from episode 2. Gen Sates von Gut and Bus from episode 2. Der Will zur Macht from episode 1. You know, oh dude, have they been doing that for a while? Because Xenoblade Chronicles X came out, and I noticed there was some German. Okay, so okay. At this point, I'm convinced they're related. So that's it. That's all the pending Xenosaga requests I have. Anyways, long story short, I'm really intrigued by the how do I say this without sounding like kind of rude, but like the non-lyrical stuff in the game. I want to see what else is there now that I've heard this. Not to say that the other stuff isn't great. It's just you need context for those, and I think no one would disagree with that. So, which is I think going to happen here, but that's okay. I'm here to listen to the music, so let me just try to cleanse my palate. This one's called Testament. That's all, just Testament. Okay, let's go. Oh, maybe not. Damn. I'm seeing Xenosaga in a whole different light now. Is this composer still working on the series? I don't recognize their name in Xenoblade credits. Let me know. Also, who did Xenogears compose? Damn. Well, they always took the music serious. I love it. No percussion, just strings. Maybe percussion will come in, but I just like how it's... Damn! Alright, let's look up when this game came out. I'm really trying to imagine, like, hearing this at the time it came out. At the moment, it sounds ahead of its time. PS2. 2006. I'm gonna read a little bit of that, but I'll come back to that. Oh, harpsichord? Oh man, it's so intense. Whatever's happening here is really pivotal to the game. There's no way this is just like some walking area. Oh, it's over. Damn, dude. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Everything I'm about to say is based off of my Xenoblade experience, which I'm aware came way later, right? And in case you don't know, it's very simple. I've only played 1 and 2 and their DLCs. And actually, as of me recording this, I'm about to jump into 3. But I'm gonna base this. I don't think they play the same. I doubt it. I feel like I would have seen that already, or someone would have told me something, but maybe. But I'm gonna, in my head right now, I'm treating them as they don't really play that similar. But the music might tell me something. For example, in both 1 and 2, when there's similar music to this in those games, without saying much, spoiler-wise, it's very important, and a specific scenery of like space or floating. It's like a very ascended state type of song, or like I don't want to say too much, but it's like that, right? I don't know. What I'm saying is in contrast to like the other settings in the game, which are like, you know, green and cities and, you know, whatever, just your kind of normal places. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm like envisioning this. So I'm imagining this song, both songs. I don't know. At least Testament, this one, I feel like this would be more of a, like, let's just say space station type of thing, which again reminds me of Nier. But it sounds very like heavenly and kind of outer spacey. And it just doesn't sound like your kind of traditional town theme to me. It sounds like the story is beefy at this point. Which, by the way, I have the Wikipedia pulled up here. Hopefully I don't get like... I have no plans on playing the Xenosaga series, I'm just being honest. So hopefully I don't get spoiled here, and I'm not going to read anything spoilerish. I just want to see like some kind of basic things. Okay, one thing I'm going to just get out of the way. It seems like Cosmos was or is one of the like main characters of the Saga series, because I'm pretty sure like I've seen her like in all these kind of box art and stuff. So Xenosaga Episode 3, also Sprach Zaruthra. What? Is that the full name of this game? Is an RPG developed by Monolith Soft. Okay, well that answers that. Okay, so Monolith Soft has been around longer than I thought. Published by Namco Bandai. Namco, really? I don't know that. 2006, it's the final entry in both the Xenosaga trilogy and the larger Xenosaga series, which forms part of the Xeno franchise. Okay. I don't want to read too much, but yeah, basically. You know what? Let me see this composer really quick. Yuki Kajura. Oh, popular in anime. Seems maybe mostly anime? Oh, a lot of anime. Since 1996. Damn, there's a lot of anime in here. What about games? Not a lot of games at all. Jeez. Oh, so her fame comes from animation. Only like 5 games I'm seeing. Doublecast, Meguri, Aishitite, Blood of the Last Vampire, and then Xenosaga Episode 2 and Xenosaga Episode 3. Okay, I never knew this until right now, but apparently Xenosaga Episode 2 and 3 have like subtitles, or yeah, is that the right term? Xenosaga Episode 2 does Gen Sites Vine Got Unubos. I've never even seen that before. And then 3 says also Sproch. That's all new to me too. It's crazy how I can be hearing stuff 3 years later and still have like. This is why I don't like research anything. You know, this is why I kind of just stay, for lack of a better term, ignorant. You know, I like every reaction in order for me to keep it like legitimate and fresh every time, so I don't get burnt out and all that. Is just to avoid information as much as possible, right? Take Xenoblade 3, which is coming up, for example. I know it's coming up. I'm avoiding everything. I don't want to know things. I don't even like knowing character names. I don't, you know, I'm pretty adamant about that stuff. So I always ask questions just to kind of get the conversations going and have the comments talk amongst themselves, really, and meet other people that have also played this game. But, you know, I'm just kind of living in this oblivion. And it's fun learning new stuff all the time. And while I not always look up stuff in Wikipedia, sometimes my curiosity gets the best of me, and that time was one of them. So today I learned Bandai Namco was part of it. And it is Monolith Soft, which kind of confirms that, which I've been asking for months. Anyways, those are fantastic. Those are really, really good. And it opens my ears, I should say, to Xenosaga music. Even though I've been hearing it for a while, it's never really sounded like this to me. That's really weird to say. And I can't say that about many things, but for something to sound different after a couple of years is a bizarre thing. It's messing with my head a little bit. Cool. Well, feel free to explain Xenosaga, I guess. And that's it. I look forward to the rest of the request someday. Thank you to the requesters. Thank you to everyone you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Later.